Hello and welcome back to my series on how to make a digital breakout. This is the second video where we're going to get started on building your own breakout. So again, just want to give you these links. So this was in video 1, just a little demo of my digital breakout. And then here is the URL to access the files I'll be using in this video and subsequent videos. So we're going to start with making the locks. So we're going to make a Google form that handles the locks. So back on the digital breakout site that we had, it's this form right here. We'll learn how to embed it into a site and make a site later. But for now, we just want to know how to make this form that we use with the locks. So using the URL that I mentioned earlier, if you click on the link, you should see this folder right here. And the form we want to start with is the CSP First Day. I'm going to walk through it first. If you make a copy of this, how you can change the copy. And at the end, I'll talk about if you start a new form from scratch, some things to consider. So I'm going to go into CSP First Day. You should see this as well. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a copy of this. So that's what you should do as well. This is my folder, of course, so we're going to change this folder. So I realize you have to move this up a little bit. So you want to go all the way back till you see your drive. So this will be your drive. You were likely in a shared with me or some other folder. So go to your drive. You can make a new folder here. So I'm going to call mine Demo and DB for Digital Breakout. That will make the folder. The folder is empty, and then you have to click the select. And then if we want to change the name, I can change the name of this file to be Demo CSP First Day and click OK. So then you have a copy of the form with all the correct settings and everything else. So what you'll notice with the form is this is just a title, and then here we have a question with a short description, and it's a short answer type of question. So all the locks are short answer. You can play around with doing a different type of lock, but I think this fits nicely with the theme. And so here you'll see this is the validation. This is what actually controls the locking mechanism. And it is that when the student types in something, it is looking for a regular expression that matches exactly this word. And if this word is not typed in, then this is the message that the student sees. So just for an example, here's that message that they see, but as soon as that first word is typed in, then they can see that that is unlocked. So back to my demo. So those are the elements of the lock. So you really want to come up with your own lock, your own theme. You want to decide, do you want the students to learn something before they can unlock? So you can start laying out the themes and start thinking about some things that are locks before you go to build everything. But I think picking a theme is a good place to start. So I want to point out there's some settings up here and also how to do this. So if you were to start from scratch and click New and Google Forms and you created a new one, you're going to have nothing. You're not going to see any of the other things we were saying. So you can put the title here. You can put lock number 1 here. But you notice there's nowhere to put all caps here. Here's the short answer response. You're going to have to select description. And so over here on the 3 dots, you also want to do the response validation. And then it will look more like the form that you've copied. You also want to make sure you click required. The default is not for questions to be required, and pretty much all the forms you're going to be working with today, you want that required setting. So this is where you would tell the students that the answer should be in all caps. This is where you select regular expression, matches, and then whatever your key is. And here you can put still locked, or you can put a hint if you'd like to give them a hint. And then as you add new questions, you can hit this add, or you could, I think there's an here we go. This, you can duplicate this, and then you'll have all these set, and you can just change the lock, change the prompt here for any sort of clue as to how big the lock is. The other thing you want to change if you build your form from scratch is you want to go into settings, and under presentation, that looks good. That might be it. We might be good. So I think you can always refer back to my form, and if you click up here on settings, you can make sure that your settings match these. So that is it for the locks. See you in the next video.